So I've seen a deck that I have to try out. It's a new ability, or semi-new. It's a new one that can be used now in Porygon. The ability Data Scan can basically let you have a look at the next card no matter how many you've got. If you've got 2 Porygons in play, you can look twice and see what card's next. It's always a pretty interesting one to build up any free tier evolutions. This is going to be mixed with Nidoking, a 2-stage evolution that has got Poison Horn that does 90 damage but also poisons your opponent as well, meaning it does 100 straight off the bat, which can be pretty tanky as well with the 150 HP. We also have linking them all together, the Nidoran. This on 1 energy can call for family. So you can basically put 1 Nidoran from your deck onto your bench, which is always pretty helpful and can hopefully get that Nidoran going pretty quickly when it comes to being consistent with putting it in the deck. To follow up with the Data Scan ability, Mythical Slab can be used. Now you might be thinking with the Psychic Pokemon, there's none. Basically what we can use for this is we can again have a look what's next in the deck. If we decide that it's not going to be a great one and it won't be good for obviously the data scan, we can then go ahead and reshuffle because you've got no psychic Pokemon. Meaning the next time you data scan, you can make sure that you know and want that next card. The deck itself is going to be 2 Nidorans, 2 Nidorinos, 2 Nidokings, 2 Porygons. I'm only running 1 Nidoran, 2 Mythical Slabs, 2 Pokeballs, X Speeds, Professor's Research, 2 Sabrinas, and 1 Potion to finish the 20 off. I saw this deck and I thought, let's give it a try. So we are going first. I want to say this is the very first time me trying this deck out, so bear with me with it, but I'm interested to see how we can go. Straight off the bat, we got the Porygon, 2 Nidorino, and also a Nidoking straight off the bat. Now, we are going against a Dedenne that can obviously paralyze. It's always interesting. I am just interested in general how this deck does truly work. So you got once during your turn, you may look at the top card of your deck. We also then have got the Mythical Slab. So for instance, if we are going to go here, we can then go ahead and do Data Scan. We can then go ahead and have a look that we've got a Nidoking coming. Now, obviously, we've already got a Nidoking there, so we can tap that and be okay. That is what is next up. Well, we know the next turn we don't want that. So we can then go ahead and use Mythical Slab instead, and we can go ahead and click OK. And basically, you can go, and if we don't like that, we can then click OK. And that basically puts it to the bottom of the pile. We know that we've already got a Nidoking here, so we don't need another one right now. So we do know now, if we keep it in our head, one Nidoking is at the bottom, so we've got to be able to set it up pretty well to be able to get that Nidoran. If we get the female Nidoran, then obviously we can get that in, and then we can go ahead and get the Nidoran first. Going against Pika might be a little bit more challenging, which we will find out shortly. But if we can try and get a beautiful... Okay, we get another Porygon in. We can show you how that works as well, which is always nice. We've obviously got the Pokeball. That's going to bring in Nidoran. Fantastic work. So we can start going ahead with that. And obviously with this now, we've got the 2 different things if we want to go ahead and start. But he's going to have a second try there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw 1 on Nidoran because we've got 3 to go. And obviously we can data scan. Realistically now, we've kind of got what we needed. So it's kind of next up. And then obviously you can data scan again. It will show you the next thing as well. So we just know that that one's going to be there. So if you wanted to utilize 2 of them, basically the way that you'd do that is you'd go Porygon, data scan. You'd say, okay, it's a Nidorino, but we've got everything else. You'd Mythical Slab. That would go to the bottom. And then you can data scan it again, knowing that obviously you can basically see what the next card is again. Oh, it's got the Pikachu promo. Very nice. Okay, so now we can obviously go ahead and whack it into Nidorino. And basically, we are 1 away. So this is going to give us either Nidoran or... Well, it's Nidoran or Nidoran. So there's 2 of them. We will then go ahead. And if he's got that, we really kind of need to go. Because that's Pikachu. I'm just thinking. Because Nidoran's got 150. And we can do the Poison Horn. So basically, we're going to keep it like that. Because you don't want to go in too much, because basically if he gets another basic Pokemon on there, then pretty much then he's going to one-shot the Nidorino, which pretty much loses it altogether. He should then start powering up him. He's basically waiting for me to move. So, makes sense to him, to be honest. But what we're going to do instead now, we can obviously throw the Nidoking in, and then we can go ahead and start attacking with Porygon, which basically gives him that little bit more. We'll see what card we got next, but as we've got the family already, we're already at the bottom of the deck pretty much. That's absolutely fine. We can kind of deal with that. We've also got a potion in us, which is always fantastic. So we can kind of make our move now. We know that we only need 3 for obviously the Poison Horn. He more than likely will bring in Pikachu, which is the big thing that we do need, because obviously then if we get the first hit after him taking Porygon, we can then go with the second. The only thing is obviously has got Raichu, which can do some damage. So that's going to be the only thing that we kind of now need a second Nidoking coming in. So that would be pretty much optimal if we can. There is no real way of doing it. So we are just going to go ahead and finish off Nidoking, and we'll just go with another data scam. We really could have done with a second potion, but we can kind of keep going with this and just see where we can go. It really is hard against the kind of big decks. Like now he's at full force. He was kind of waiting for that. I can imagine he will potentially change into obviously the Pikachu, unless he's just going to go Dedenne. It only does 10. Maybe not. He was just swapping it out. So this will get rid of Porygon. We then exchange with Nidoking, obviously. He will then poison Pikachu for the 100. He'll then do a solid damage on us. Sabrina would be perfect next, just to potentially go against Raichu. This is where we could use the slab, so we know what's next. So we know what's coming. So we got a Sabrina coming next. Will that make any difference? I'm trying to think, because obviously we could do with a Nidoran first. But if we attack Pikachu, he attacks us back. I don't think it matters at that point. So let's Mythical Slab to see if we can get a Nidoran in to potentially start this. So we're going to go okay. That'll go to the bottom of the deck. We will then... I mean, it doesn't make no difference. We kind of need the second one in, but we'll keep going for now. Obviously, you want to try and get as many out as possible. Because that would probably do nothing really. So he's going to do the 90. If we then get the 20, we should be able to take a Raichu. But he's going to have the Pikachu as well. Might not be enough, to be honest. We'll see. It might... No, I don't know if it's going to be enough, because he'll take one out. It depends if he's got another basic to go in as well. That could be the interesting one as also. We do get the Nidorino. Have we got the Nidoran coming next? Oh, we got the Sabrina again. So... the problem is if you call for family there, that's not going to help us. So we can go ahead and put that on. We'll then put the potion on. And then we take out this Pikachu, which is the EX. It's only a bad hand if he has another basic ready to go, which I'm assuming he probably does. Because if he goes with he'll go with a Pikachu EX, surely. Oh, maybe not. This attack does 20 damage to each of your... Oh, okay. So this is done out. He's got too much. Has he? I'm sure he has, because it'd be 60, 80, 100. So that should be it, I think. I don't really see many people use Raichu, but it should... Oh, to the... Okay, I got you. So we could... Oh, he's not going to be stupid enough to go there. I'm pretty sure we are pretty much done out here. Yeah, I don't think there is literally anything that we can do at this point. Unless we'll try and see if we catch him with the Dedenne, but he's going to go with the Pikachu, surely. Yeah, just in case he's not looking, but that's pretty much it. Okay, that works. As a first time go, it's a very interesting deck to go with. It would be interesting if he didn't go for Pikachu straight off the bat, because obviously then he could... If I could get the attacks in with a Horn attack for Nidorino first, and then obviously the Peck with Nidoran, that could then be more interesting rather than starting with a Porygon. Okay, that's always quite interesting. Is he going to attack here? No, he isn't. Right. Okay, going seconds. It's always a nice shout. See what we can get with this then. So, Porygon to start with again. Fair enough. Start the battle. Now this is going to be always the interesting part, is starting with the Porygon. What's he got? Articuno. Okay. What's our weakness? Fighting on this and fighting on that as well. Okay, that works. So he's going to get the Vaporeon. He's got a Pidgeot as well. That's an interesting deck. And he has Red Carded me, which is probably a blessing in disguise at this point. Porygon, nice. Mythical Slab. Okay, we can make that work, depending on what we get next. Nidoran, please. We'll draw 2 cards. We can deal with that. So, straight off the bat... Ooh, how do we play this? Because if we get the draw 2 cards, we can see what's next. So, what we want to do is we put the second Porygon in. This is where you can build the deck. So, we can have a look. We can see the next one is going to be Nidoran. So, we do want to draw the cards, obviously, because that's going to be helpful. So, it's going to be Nidoran and Nidoking. Very nice. And then what we can do now is we can data scan again. We can then see Nidokings come in. So we know we don't need a Nidoking. We can Mythical Slab to get that to the bottom, which gives us another chance. And obviously if we had that data scan again, if we didn't use it for the first time, we could then see what's next as well. That won't really help us too much. It'll just let us know what we could plan for next. And we're going to go... Do I start doing damage? I'm just trying to think of the best thing because he's going to be able to go for a Misty pretty early on. I'm going to go... We'll do some damage straight off the bat. Might not be the best move, but it gives us at least some sort of chance. As long as you get the first Nidoking in, and then you can start building the second one, that's kind of where you're at. I think Nidoking against a very quick deck like Articuno potentially can be, if they do get the Misty and get a decent amount of heads, that's where it can be quite troublesome. It doesn't look like he's going for a Gyarados potential, but he has got Electric in there as well, which is very interesting. It's not the most common deck in the world, so we're going to start bringing up Nidoran now. Let's have a little data scan to see what's next. Nidorino, beautiful, and then we're going to Sabrina him for now. Just to get Articuno out of the way. He's got Electric coming up again. I'm assuming he's going to go for Pidgey is what I kind of want. Unless he goes for the Vapor. And he's gone for the... He's took the bite on there. That's fine. I kind of want him to take this because then we know Nidorino's coming next. He doesn't know that. And we can use Leaf to get it back. And he's got Electric, so it's going to have to be this. The only time this is not great is if we get a... Is it Pidgeotto? It's going to go Misty. B0. B0 for me. Just one time. Yes! it's so RNG, that Misty. It's so hit and miss. He's gone for the Electric. It's absolutely fine. And then that gives us the Nidorino. The Horn Attack will do 40. Outstanding. Oh, he just needs 1 water. What does that do? So that does 40. That's fine. So we're going to then keep ourselves with that energy. Use Leaf. Retreat. Swap in Nidoran. We're going to use the double. And then we get Nidoking in next. He'll then put the extra water on Articuno. And then obviously we can get Nidoking in. Do the 90 plus the poison damage as well. Which is a bonus. And we're only 1 away at this point. So more than likely he'll go here. He'll do the 40. We could do with the potion next really. Just to get ourselves a little bit extra for basically Blizzard. That's going to be the play. And if he keeps Articuno in, which is going to be the perfect scenario, after the first attack, I imagine he'll bring him back. What on earth is this deck? How many Pokemon has he got? Pidgey. He's got Electric in there. He's got Starmie, Magikarp, Eevee, Vaporeon, Articuno. It's far too much. It's a very interesting deck. I'd love to be able to see the full deck at the end of the battle. That would be the interesting one. We do get a Pokeball. That could start us off with what we want here. We have no cards. Wow. So that's going to give us a Nidoran. Nice. It's not kind of what we want because we do want to have the other one there. So data scan is going to be what next? Nidoking. Okay, we can kind of start with that. Let's Poison Horn now. That's going to do the 90. Plus then the poison. Very nice. 10 poison there. He more than likely brings this back because Blizzard isn't going to do enough. He's poisoned. So he's going to have to bring it back. Ooh, is he going to put a Gyarados in? Might not have enough room to be able to attack with that, to be honest. Starmie's your better option. He's got the 90. But I think we're in a pretty good position. He's got to swap it out, surely. If he doesn't, he's very silly. What's he going to do? What is he going to do? There you go. Starmie's got to be the move there. So he's obviously recovered. He's got one away from there. Unless he's got the Misty. Oh, he's conceded. That's a second game. Pretty decent. We are going first. Okay. Ooh, we get to start off with the Nidoran now. Very nice. Do we leave the Nidoran in? I'm going to leave the Nidoran in just for now. Elgami. Okay. Interesting start. Something different. Got the weakness, obviously, which is in our favour, which is nice. We then do have this. So we don't have no Porygons at the moment, so we can't do any data scans. Should we get one now? Pokeball and Nidoking. So we've got the line. Porygon. Okay, another Nidoran. We can deal with that. That's fine. I'm going to throw that in. And then we'll also throw this in because we've got the line that we need. We're going to end turn there. That's a pretty good start. Like, just as an RNG point of view, that's not bad because we have everything we need. He's going to bring in, I'm assuming, a Mewtwo. Normally, if you've got a Psychic deck, you tend to have a Mewtwo somewhere. It's got to have something. Far-fetched. Does the damage. Is he going to go for the headbutt straight off the bat? Okay, he's going to do the 20. What does that do? That does the 40, doesn't it? We get Nido. Ooh, yeah, we're going to have to go with that anyway. We're going to... Oh, you know what? We should have... No, we're going to go like that. I think, yeah, I'm really thinking about it. I should have potentially... When I used the potion... I could have used the potion as well and attacked. Ah, that's a wasted turn. We will then be... We're going to sleep it. We're going to leave it there just for the second. Just to see what kind of comes next with this. I think I made a little bit of a rash decision, go straight with that energy then. I should have looked and seen. And this is the strategic sort of deck that, especially when you're going against such a random hand, like he was potentially going to bring them back. What does this do? This deck does 20 more damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Oh, okay, that's a heavy hit. Okay. Ooh, I didn't see that coming, to be honest. So that's going to do 50. We kind of... We have to go Nidoking in here. He's going to have a really... Well, I mean, if we... When we... Just debating what's the best thing to do here. Do we go... It depends on if he does that. We're going to end the turn here. I'm thinking... We could Leaf an X speed and bring Nidoking out and hope that he attacks, but I don't think he will. I think he'll play into that and bring Farfetch'd in. Now he does have only one retreat and then a Farfetch'd here. He's got Mythical Slab, which obviously is going to bring the card in, I'm assuming. What's he got? Mew EX. Interesting. He's going to go with the energy for there, and then he's going to slap me again with a 50. We can then take him with that, which gives us 50 left. Mew's got 20. We kind of need another Nidoran now, really. Just to get that second one up at the absolute minimum. What's he going to do? Unless he brings in the Mew and makes us farm him down a little bit. Yeah, okay, so he's going to go with a hit. That's fine. Got the Porygon. Okay, we can start using that to try and find this next Nidoking as quick as possible. And we needed to get rid of that one. Unless he might have a second one. That might have stuffed it over a little bit. And use the Mythical Slab to try and just push ourselves with another one. Go like that. And then we go and just slap whatever we can with him. He could have a second one of them, which then does take Nidoking out, which does put us in trouble then. So I should have left the Nidoran on the hand, and that would have actually been all right. I really didn't know about that one, so he's going to go with that, and then he's going to give Mew the next one, assuming that he doesn't have. It's only one. Okay. Oh, that's cruel. Oh, yeah. I forgot about Giovanni. Learning and going with this deck. I think this is kind of more user error more so than the deck. We'll go with you. We've still got plenty because we've got no EXs, so that's kind of fine. It's just when that Mew starts to get that little extra. So we're going to go ahead, data scan. See what we got. Sabrina coming next. We don't want that, so let's go ahead and Mythical Slab that out. Thank you. And we'll just have to peck for now. That will do. So we do need to get up 1 at the minimum. He's going to do 40. It's the big thing with Farfetch'd. It's such a... It's a very glassy Pokemon. Obviously, having the 60 HP, you can knock it out pretty easily. But having that 40 on a Leak Slap, it just adds that little bit of kind of like chip damage as such. Straight off the bat with it. He's going to get the heal. So we can't beat him with Nidoran straight off the bat there. So we are going to need a perfect round pretty much. Because we don't have any more potions either. We get another Porygon. Kinda doesn't help me really. What we shall do is put him... Oh, again, I've done it. Why'd I do that? Oh, we do have the Nidoran. Ah, you know what? I'm going to have to sacrifice one of these. Ah. I put the energy on again. I should have then brought him back with the X speed and then put the energy on something else. Oh, honestly, I am losing it with this. So we're just going to have to take that damage, bring him in next turn with the X speed. We could have brought him in with the Leaf and then obviously swapped him out into Farfetch'd, honestly. And this shows you, sometimes you can get it wrong. I'm learning on the go with these kind of new abilities. And you can, as you can see, you can utilize Porygon pretty well in this. If obviously you are trying to get up there. We're going to let him take the Porygon for now. Because we want to be able to just whack out whatever we can. Praying Nidoking is next. Draw 2 cards. It's good enough. It's good enough. So what we'll do... is we'll let him take it and pray that we get a Nidoking, but he is going to pretty much one shot. Is he gonna want? Oh no, I probably could have brought him back, couldn't I? Thinking. It's an interesting one. It's the Mew at the background that obviously is going to take 2 hits at a minimum to get. He's going to take them out, meaning I'm going to need to go with Nidorino. I'm going to need a Nidoking at the minimum on that draw too. Draw 2. We're going to need it, please. There he is. We get a basic Pokemon. I think we're out of them anyway. Swap him in. Ooh, okay. Oh, I don't think it's going to be enough. But we'll see. Because he's going to get that. He'll do the 90 on me. It's then the trade back that I don't have anything to go against. Because he'll bring Mew in now. He'll do the 90 plus the damage. Yeah, it's not going to work. Oh, well, in fact, it is a weakness. Oh, only if we had Giovanni. I think it's... If we had Giovanni, this could have been the move. Because we're obviously got the weakness. It will do 110 plus... Oh, if he had Giovanni, 110 plus the Giovanni 10 plus the poison 10. That would have been outrageous. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to be enough. I don't think. Unless he knows something I don't. So he's going to hit the 90. It does poison. So we would be poisoned for it as well. And it doesn't matter about the Sabrina pretty much. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Unless he went for... I'll just throw a Sabrina in case he makes a mistake. He's going to put Mew in surely. But just in case that some people misclick, it can happen. I think that is all we pretty much can do with this. So we throw the attack. It'll do the 110 from the weakness. Giovanni could be a nice extra bonus because then he would have done the 10 damage. There'd have been 10 damage on me and there'd be the extra 10. So that would have been a draw. Okay, it got to the end. And we're going second. It's a little bit better. Maybe if it doesn't give us Porygon. Okay, we got 2 mythical slabs at least, which is pretty good. Oh, I mean, I'm counting that as a win. And we're going second again. Woohoo! Right. Ooh, Nidoran to start with. Beautiful. Nidorino there. Love it. We've got 2 mythical slabs, but no Porygon this time. Against a Pidgey. Interesting. I'd love to see what this deck could do against like a Primate, because that that does a lot of damage early on. So that could be probably the biggest weakness that you could go against, because it does that chip damage at the same time. I love that he's got the flares on them Pokeballs as well. Right then, Nidoran, let's see what we can do. He's got the Professor's Research coming in clutch. He's got everything going on. We've got one Pokeball. Preferably that could be the Porygon. We've got Druddigon coming in. Oh, he's got two of them. Of course he does. That makes it a little bit more difficult to attack without. We're going to go Pokeball. Give me the Porygon. Beautiful. I'm going to throw that on so I can see what's next. Or in fact, we'll go Pokeball because we need another one anyway. If that's another Porygon, no, it's cool for family. We'll keep that out for the moment. We will then data scan. See what comes next. Ooh. Do I Mythical Slab that? No, I'm going to keep that because that could give us two good hands. We're going to throw that in, and then we're going to just attack at least once. We've got the Nidorino on the bench, which could do the 14, get rid of it if obviously it doesn't go to Pidgeotto. Then we need the Nidoking because that would do Druddigon in one at least. It's an interesting deck. It's got a lot going on. He's actually, I don't know if he's meant to have that, but he's got the actual the fire and water for the deck as well, which is interesting. He's going to swap him out. Oh, he's swapping him for that one. What damage does it do? It does a 90. So we're going to go ahead and swipe that in. Give you the Nidoking. There it is. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to add that. And then we'll add that. And then we'll check what's next just to see what we can kind of work with. What do we got coming? We've got a retreat. That's fine. We'll Mythical Slab that because we don't need it. Swap that out. And we've got Nidoking coming next. So we are not going to take the 20. We're going to let that happen. He'll be able to hit a 90 on us. If we've got, how much HP? We've got 150 HP. So we should be fine. It would depend on if he's got Pidgeotto. He's gone straight for my turn. Another Nidoking. That's pretty good. See what we've got coming up next. We've got Nidorino. We will keep that in. So we don't need it just yet, but it's always nice to know. And then I think we're pretty golden to just attack. Yeah, we'll go with just attack now. That will knock out this Druddigon. We'll do 20 to ourselves, giving us 130. 90 or a possible 100 will still give us some extra left over, meaning we can do it again. And then we need a second Nido King in. But by then we have a sacrifice of Porygon as well, if needed. Should be fine. Just depends on what that Pidge is saying in the end. We could have... So he's got Pidgeotto. What damage does that do in one? Does 30. He knows that he's going to have to set... Oh, he's doing an extra 10. So that'd be 100. So we did qualify for the 100. So that would knock our Nidoking out. Oh, no, it wouldn't because he doesn't have no finger damage. So let's see. We go data scan. Give me that Nidoran straight off the bat. Oh, it's draw 2 though. We'll take that. Then we will add 1 to Porygon to be able to do a little bit of chip damage. And then we have no heal yet. This should knock at least his next Druddigon out. His Pidgeotto will obviously knock ours out. It's a trade for trade, but we've got 1 extra lifeline on this. So if we could build up that next Nidoking, that would be ideal. Depends on if he's got Pidgeot, but he's got no energies on this yet. He'll obviously be able to do the Gush straight away unless he's got something on the bench. Okay, so he's going to go for that, and then we throw Porygon in. We just then need to make sure that we've got enough. We need Nidoran off that draw 2, basically. So put him in. See what we can go with then. So that's going to give us the draw 2. We can throw that in. And then Sabrina. I mean, it's not ideal. We've still got... Could we call that in and use that as bait? So we do 20. It just depends on... Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to do that. So we'll do that, and I can't. Oh, and then we put that on there. We can bring that back. Oh, in fact, we can data scan first, obviously, to see if it's next. It is next. Beautiful. Swap that. Swap that. Oh, so it makes actually no difference. Oh, can I not switch it back? I don't want to switch it. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. So we do at least a little bit of damage first before we actually get it in. Well, that's fine. Because then I'm assuming we've got... Oh, it does it in 2. Oh, interesting. 70 straight off the bat. Once you switch out your opponent's active Pokemon on the bench. Oh, okay, that's a good ability. Now it makes me feel stupid that I didn't do thingy. That's very clever. Wow, why have I not seen that more? That's a great ability to have. We are pretty... I literally don't think there's anything we can do now. Wow. That's a great ability. GG's. Right, then going second again. Let's see what we're going up against. We've got Nidoran coming in. Okay. We got the Nidoking Nidoran on the bench. He's got Articuno with the Ice Beam. Needs 3 energies, but does potentially have a Misty, I can imagine. Watch him literally in 1 turn. I was going to say, Misty's going to come out, watch him get the 3 heads, and literally be just an absolute clean sweep. Imagine. I've had that a few times, and it's frustrating. There's 1. There's 2. He's not, like, literally, we are 1 away from needing that. That's absolutely terrifying. It's sometimes, if you get the look of the draw with that Misty, it can be just a game over straight away. We do get a Pokeball, which is good. Just to try. There we are. There it is. We'll just have to let him basically take that first one. And then we at least could start with the second one. He's got 90 HP. Not a lot we can do with that. It's literally like the perfect start for him because obviously Misty's a big one. If he had EX, it's even more. Let's see what he's got on the bench. I assume like a Starmie, really. Or he's just going to have a second Articuno, possibly. Ooh, Froakie instead. Very interesting. Just thinking, he's only got 1 retreat, but he doesn't need to use that. It doesn't matter about the paralyzed. It's been knocked out. It didn't work anyway, but that could work against us, to be honest. We've got that. We've got another Nidoran. That's a good shout. So, I'm just thinking, do I do the damage to Froakie? Because he's going to hit us anyway with the Articuno, but at least if we hit him... Yeah, we'll do that. We'll swap him for that, because all I'm thinking is, if we swap him for the Froakie, he's going to bring Articuno back in and hit us anyway, but Nidoking can hit the full amount of Articuno in one. So at least we get damage on the Froakie as well, earlier on as such. We just can't be paralyzed by the Articuno. That's going to be the issue. It's going to take a little bit of look at that point. Ooh, he's got something else. What has he got here? Oh, Finneon. It's got the Frogadier. Interesting. I'm assuming he's going to just bring it back out anyway. He's got enough energy on Articuno to swap it out. Unless he goes with a Misty. I mean, makes no difference. He's going to swap him out, surely. He's going to hit the 1. It's just the 1. Assuming that's on Frogadier. There it is. There's the swap out. Then he's used the 60 on here. Pray for no paralyze. That's what we want. The 60 we can cope with. Don't you dare. Oh, of course he does. Right, so we got a Porygon. Throw the Nidoking on. Oh, of course. Excellent. Why do I always forget that evolving takes off everything? Beautiful. I'm going to throw that on, throw that on. Throw the Porygon just to see what's next. We're kind of in a good scenario now. Honestly, I swear I need to learn a lot more about these. And then we'll throw the Poison Horn on. That's going to get rid of the Articuno. He then could potentially bring in the Greninja, which could do enough damage, but By then, we should be okay. That's only going to be 1 point as well. It's not an EX. I don't know what Finneon's evolution does as well. It's another one that I'm literally have no clue about. I'm assuming he's got a Greninja ready, which can do 80, I believe, in total, straight off. Because he's going to have the second energy. Yeah, it's got the 60 and the Water Shuriken. We can take that out in one. Unless he has... Oh, no, he only has one heal. The Water Shuriken surely first. Okay, there's that. What damage can this do? 20. Oh, so we're going to be within... Oh, no, we're going to be all right. Yeah, we're going to be all right by 1. Beautiful. Mythical Slab, so we'll keep playing the game properly, just so we know that we're going to win. Hopefully, Mythical Slab again, so we're going to swap that out. And then we will start to power up this Nidoran, just in case it's needed. We'll throw that Poison Horn. That will get rid of Greninja. And praying that Finneon's evolution doesn't have a 1-hit and a higher energy source there. Could be GG's, though. Just depends. Oh, unless he's got a Giovanni. Of course, if he has a Giovanni, that could be the game changer as well. Oh, he's got the draw 2. What's he got? Pokeball. Interested to see where he's going with this. Oh, he's got the draw 2. He can't have Giovanni. Beautiful. Hey, what a win. That's a solid deck.